This episode of the Boss Rush Podcast is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to support the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Thanks for your continued support. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrigan. Alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
What's poppin'?
LeRon, when you texted me to ask me what I was wearing, I thought we were gonna.
You thought we were just skipping right to After Dark tonight, didn't you?
I thought we were gonna coordinate.
To anybody that's not watching the video, LeRon is sleeveless and it's amazing.
Yep. Back in action.
Also, weren't you the one that said you wanted to dress up from now on? I don't recall LeRon saying that.
Yeah, I never said that.
He texted me, asking me.
I did.
I was wearing.
That's just because he wanted to know. Clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't necessarily
we can't be twinning all the time.
Although me and LeRon are twinning, and that's
yes.
Yeah, that rules.
Well,
all right.
We're gonna skip you for now then. Also here, put that tongue away. Also here is the man, the myth, the legend, sitting in for Pat Klein. Matthew Kiel is here.
Hello.
Matt.
I am neither myth nor legend, but sadly I'm a man.
Yeah. You can be whatever you want to be, Matt.
Good.
Okay.
I'll try.
I support you.
Thank you.
Okay.
It means a lot.
I support you. You know, you and your Helldivers addiction.
Well, wait till later. So I just realized something, Corey.
Yes.
You and I are now 10 years friends.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized we literally just like a few days ago passed the anniversary.
That is true. That's true. Did you know this is also the 9th anniversary of when we started what became Nerds on Road, man?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
It was the first try with Todd.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But
I was going to bring that up later, but you brought it up now. So.
I just realized all this. We did this real quick.
Yeah.
Like I think a few days ago is when I fell asleep during Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day you woke up and said, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?"
Yeah. We became friends.
Yeah, that's how we became friends. I fell asleep during a Destiny raid, and now I have this problem forever.
Ironically, I fell asleep playing Destiny.
I love this meet cute.
Yeah, I know. You missed a lot. Also here, begging me to be on the show tonight.
Wow! So that's what we're doing? I'll remember that.
Hey, look, you want to say things to me, I'm going to say things to you.
No. If we want to come up, if that's what you want to do, if that's how you want to play it, I understand. I'll see you on After Dark.
Corey is a pro at
Corey is not a good look, man.
Corey is a pro at like dropping dimes, so you got watch him.
Hey man.
Because if that's what we're gonna do, if that's how we're gonna do, hold on, stop this, because I'm not gonna sit here and be slandered in these streets by no man wearing no hat because he's bald headed. Okay, let's start there.
I was going to compliment you, but now I'm not going to. Okay, I'm just going to hold it off. I'm just going to put that away. Save it for later.
To quote Hassan Minhaj, "Don't come in these streets and start acting fucking ratchet." Okay,
you right?
All I'm saying is he started aiming for me.
Yeah,
with begging.
Yeah.
Yarri is here.
Yeah, you
just Yarri. Okay.
You done messed up Ron.
Ron.
Hi, Corey.
Also here is the wonderful, the illustrious Yarri.
This fucking
Hello.
guy. This fucking guy.
Yarri, before you
See, now
yelled
he
at
sounds
me,
like he's in a hostage video. Like, what's happening here?
have you seen the exchanges between me and Yarri?
I have
yeah,
not.
I am in a hostage video.
I have done nothing wrong.
They are coming for my children.
Listen, before this got so hostile, I was going to compliment your braids, and I was going to compliment the color because I like the color. Okay.
Thank you.
But
I did that
I
myself.
don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to say that.
You
out
already
loud
did.
now.
Too late. Can't take it back.
Why'd you go
Precisely.
left with the fork in the road? You knew what the right way was.
Mhm.
There's no right way. It's all left.
Ain't it just like a man?
It's all left. It just depends on how far left you go. Okay.
You know, if you go far enough left, you start going right.
Exactly. See, I swear nobody uses logic anymore when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. There's no logic here. I just sit down at this chair and I stare into a camera and I talk to the people in front of me and hope something bad does not happen. Okay. For however long are we going to do this? 3 hours tonight? So.
Oh man, it would be great to not be like literally trying to be passing out.
Yeah. I second that.
That would be
Hey, you know, it's
S tier.
the night is young. The night is young. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm glad you guys are all here, though. I'm very, very happy that this group is here. Not that we don't miss Pat and Stephanie, because we very much do. But it's always good to get, fresh faces on here. And Matt.
Listen, I know
Corey
Matt
got
can
jokes
fight.
tonight.
I know Matt can fight his
I
own
feel good
battles
tonight.
But Corey, you keep messing with Matt.
Look, I love Matt.
The sad thing is, ultimately, I can get loud. I can even be funny sometimes, but ultimately, I am milquetoast. I'm not going to do anything to Corey.
Jeez.
I'm not going to do anything to you, man. I'll just probably hug you, and then we'll, I don't know, figure something out.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Corey's
What? Are you jealous, LeRon?
Corey's a real good hugger.
I am. It's true.
Well, one of these days I hope to experience that.
Yeah.
Well, LeRon, if you would have, never mind.
Hey, I cannot blame my job situation because of that.
That's
Sure
true.
you can.
Well, you can.
Sure you
I
can.
think you can.
Why not? Why not? Anyways, we're all here. We're all part of Boss Rush. We're all part of the Boss Rush Network. If you want to support this here podcast and the Boss Rush Network, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Boss Rush Network at the tier that's right for you, including the updated tier list. So you get if you pay the platinum price, you get to hang out with Yarri for 2 hours once a month. That's it. On here, on the thing, whatever this is. What are we on? Zencast.
Podcast?
I was about to say, did you just dox them? Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, in my house that I live in?
Yeah.
So now I'm nervous. I'm gonna put my window down. I seen that man on TikTok that be doxing people off of like 3 seconds outside.
Yeah. I was like, is this real life?
It's fair. Anyways,
You call a man bald headed one time.
yeah. See, I was actually thinking about retiring the hat sometime this year, but now I'm not. Just 90% to spite Yarri now.
Lie again. You wasn't planning on it, no way.
Oh,
You won't be buried with that cat.
Well, so
I
I actually think he might have been planning on it because it took him years, literal years, to get rid of the red one. It took him years to shake that.
No, it did not. It took one Fred Durst reference, and I threw it away. I actually didn't throw it away. It's actually in the storage room.
I'm pretty sure we could go back.
Oh, speaking of Fred Durst, I saw him in a movie recently, like our actual real movie, a Hollywood movie.
That's not true. He's not a real.
Yeah. The name of the movie is called I saw the saw the TV glow. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Yeah, he plays.
That's not a real movie.
It is.
What's
actually.
what's that dude? The little mulatto black kid from the Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu.
You call this little boy? You got a little boy mulatto?
Oh, you mean the guy
Justice Smith, that guy, Justice Smith.
from Get Down or whatever?
Yeah,
He's also
yeah.
in one of the Jurassic World movies.
Like Fred Durst plays Justice Smith's dad in that movie. And
A24 horror.
yeah, that one. It was actually horror, to be honest with you. It was just out there.
Teenager Owen is just trying to make it through life in the suburbs when his classmate introduces him to a mysterious late-night TV show. A vision of a supernatural world beneath their own. And the pale glow of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. I saw the TV glow. Now,
Sounds like you're describing the plot of a Persona game.
I mean, yeah, what it is.
Oh, jeez.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, if you don't want to support us on Patreon, you can just listen and subscribe to YouTube and watch us on YouTube and listen to the show on podcast services. Rate, review, subscribe, all those things.
If you listen on YouTube, it's free,
It is free. It is free. You can do that.
but you're premium.
Let's see here. What did we do? Okay. I guess we can get into the show now. I guess we could talk about what we've been playing or just kind of do what we've been doing and just not talk about anything. Although I do want to talk about Hellblade a lot. But
Well, then you go ahead and go first. Then
Yeah.
you want me to go first?
yeah, go first,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So I stayed up way too late last night, but I finished Hellblade 2.
That's why he's in a bad mood, y'all.
I know.
I'm in a great mood.
He made some poor choices.
Yeah, but he's been
and
acting
now
very
he's gonna pay
pissy.
for them.
He's been acting very
I get-
pissy, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not pissy. I'm cocky. I get cocky when I'm tired and in a good mood. So
See what I mean?
This guy-
See what? Okay. You know what? Is not pissy. It's not cocky. It's bitchy. There we go.
you're bitchy.
Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2. Keep going.
So
Go
I
ahead.
finished it. And I actually started playing it again because, well, first of all, I have some collectibles I need to clean up, but also
Oh, look at this 100%er. Look at this.
It's kind of a
This-
big deal
this
for him.
gonna-
He doesn't do it often.
This is I think the last game I did it was Hellblade 1 actually. So yes, that's me, 100%er. 50% of the time I give 100%. This is gonna piss a lot of people off, but this might be an all-timer for me. This game, it
Oh, big words.
yeah, it's
Well, if anybody gets pissed off, they can stay mad. It's your
Yeah.
opinion.
I know. It's not to get too personal because it's not after dark, but I've been traveling down that I'm trying to be better about my mental health sort of thing in the last year and a half or so. And a lot of the things that Senua deals with is extremely relatable. And the things that she deals with that are real and not real or metaphorical, or the things that happen while she's on her journey, or her second guessing herself all the time when people are looking at her to lead, or not believing in herself when other people are trying to believe in her. Right, there's a lot of relatable things to Senua in this game, and I really enjoy the metaphor of the giants in this game, where, like, yes, the giants are real in this game, but they represent something more than just them being giants. They are they're just large obstacles in life that you need to tackle in a way, even if you're unsure. And it also has a lot to deal with a dark past or the demons that you fight daily when you have some mental illness or mental health issues. It's just, I don't know. I think it is a wonderful, amazing, dark, visceral experience. And I want to say that if you just look at it as a game, like as a video game, it's not a great video game, but it is a wonderful experience. It is a wonderful, interactive, cinematic experience that I think if you stick with it, I think you're going to get something out of it, especially if you've dealt with things in the past that, maybe you still haunt you or you still think about, or, if you have trouble believing in yourself or, that kind of thing. I don't know. I really loved it. I think Senua is an amazing character. I want more Hellblade. I hope Ninja Theory gets to make a third one because they totally set it up for a third one. But this was I took probably 200 screenshots of this game too. And this is the first time I've taken more than 2 screenshots since probably Breath of the Wild.
Where you uploading these screenshots to? Because you can no longer upload them to Twitter.
No, they get uploaded to the Xbox app, and then I just download them from the Xbox app on my phone, and then I upload them.
Okay. So. Okay. I just feel like like a lot of this is for not now because Elon's gonna stay on one and he's fucking shit up for the community.
I was gonna say that if you join the Boss Rush Discord, you can see some of the screenshots that Corey has taken because they're on there too.
Yeah, they're in the Xbox channel. I didn't post anything past the second chapter in the Xbox Discord though, because there are a lot of spoilers and a lot of things that happen that I think people should experience. But also, it's just a fucking amazing looking video game. There were points where I did not know it was a video game, and it's all in Unreal Engine 5. There's no pre-rendered cutscenes. There's no pre-recorded live action scenes or anything. It's all in Unreal Engine 5, which is incredible. But I don't know. I want to experience it again, so I'm playing through it again, and yeah, I love Hellblade 2. I know this is probably recency biased, and I'll probably think about it again in 6 months, but I'm not kidding when I think it might be a top 10 game for me of all time.
Recency bias. Okay, I like that term. I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, I'm I don't like to claim things right away. If I love a game, because I'll go back and think about it and be like, oh, maybe I didn't like that game as much as I thought I did, but yeah, I think Hellblade is a wonderful experience. I think I really like the dynamic too in this game compared to the first one, where Senua gets to actually interact with characters and people in this game, whereas the first one, it was she was on a solo journey. She was on her own, and so meeting characters and looking for the Northmen and seeing Daruth kind of come into play, and the opening where she is arriving on a slave ship is really kind of intense and crazy, and it's just a wonderful experience. It's so cool. I wish it was. I do wish it was longer. I wish it was. In a way, I'm glad it's not the God of War experience everybody wanted it to be, but also I kind of wish I hope the third one kind of takes that step, because even though this is a sequel, right? It kind of feels like the first one was a proof of concept, and then this is the first, the real first game, almost in a way. And so I know Ninja Theory has 2 projects in the works right now, both greenlit. One of them's Project Mara, which is that weird psychological horror game that they're making. And I'm 1,000% sure that the second game is Hellblade 3. So I just wanted to say my piece on Hellblade. I know a lot of people are kind of disappointed in it. I feel like everybody's either giving it a 5 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. And so, I don't know. For me, it's like a 10. It's like an 11. So I don't know. I just want to say my piece on Hellblade.
Well, I mean, you're saying that opinions are split. Usually those, like for me, when I see any piece of art that splits opinion, that tends to be the one I have the strongest reaction towards. And that can go positive or negative. Like in 2019, like my favorite game of all time changed. Like it became Outer Wilds, just because it was something that I've never experienced in a video game outside of like the very first Legend of Zelda back when I was in grade school. But it also did that in a way that saw me thinking a lot more about life and, you know, both philosophically and just experientially. Like I came out of that a different person than when I entered. And that is not a game that has gotten 100% praise across the board. There are plenty of places that loved it. A lot of places that I respect loved it, but for the most part, like there were plenty of people going, "Man, these ship controls suck. Who cares about this dialogue? What does any of it mean?" Meanwhile, if you push through, you start to realize, oh, wait a minute, you can affect this world, and this world can affect you too. And that's cool that you had that experience with Hellblade 2. I'm very glad. I like it when you have a strong experience with a game. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah. I think the last time I really felt like this was when I replayed Twilight Princess a long time ago after certain things happened in my life, and I just needed that game that got me out of it, right? And so this experience was just, I don't know, it's the game I needed right now. It's the game I needed. It's the game I really just appreciated at the time, right? And so I also, like, just from the gameplay perspective, I know this is one of people's biggest complaints, but something I actually really like is there are very deliberate sections of combat. Like you go into this, like you see, like the tell is Senua pulls her sword out, so that means you're going into combat, right? Or, you know, she pulls her mirror, so you're going to go solve puzzles. Or, you know, there's very clear exploration sections. So like they make each section like very clear. So it's I really liked that. The combat is very deliberate and visceral. It really reminds me of if you slowed down Dark Souls actually a little bit, where it's just very deliberate. You know, you have your parry, you have your dodge, you have your light and heavy attack, and you know, you better know which enemy you're fighting because each enemy requires a different strategy. So, and it's so funny listening to people listen to them saying all the enemies are the same, and they are definitely not the same. Like these people didn't play past an hour, you know, because there's like the heavy axe guys, there's the axe throwing guys, there's the fire breathers, there's the sword wielders, there's the broadsword wielders, there's the sword and shield guys. Like there's so many different types of enemies, you know, that and then there's the crazy people with the horned masks that just like try to jump on you and rip your face off. And it's like, well, you got to know how to handle all these different enemies. And so Hellblade 2, everybody, Game Pass, very good.
Play
Hellblade.
It took me about 8.5 hours to finish. I know some people are claiming they've beaten it in 5, and I'm like, I don't know how you did that, but okay, that's good for you.
Just running.
But, I mean, I know I was being very deliberate and slow and exploring a lot, but yeah, I don't think I did 3.5 hours worth of exploring. But yeah, I've also been playing Destiny 2 because the final shape comes out next week, and that new trailer.
You're ready to say
Wait.
goodbye. You're ready to say
Wait.
goodbye, aren't you?
Wait, it's coming out that soon? I thought it was. I thought it was
Tuesday.
I thought it was
Tuesday.
delayed till. I thought it was delayed till next year,
No,
or at least late this year.
June. It was supposed to come out in February, and it got delayed to June, so it's coming out Tuesday.
Okay.
They released 2 new trailers, and it's incredible. Also, very sad to not hear Lance Reddick as Zavala. It's Keith David now, which I guess
I
if
feel
you're
like
going to get
I feel
anybody,
like that's a great fill-in.
I mean, there's nobody else that you could possibly cast.
There's no one with Reddick's voice.
Yeah, and Keith David sounds like perfect for this version of Zavala. So I can't wait. I can't wait. They show the Earth being finalized, which is like the new term for like glassed. So and it's like, what is that really happening? Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, and they showed a cutscene of Crow versus Cade. Oh, man, a shootout. So good. So good.
I wish I had any clue.
It's okay. I don't need you to. I just want to be.
You 100%.
I just want to be excited.
Not. I'm glad
I just want to
you're
be excited for a minute. So,
be
okay,
excited.
Matt, to catch you up, okay? To catch you up real quick, the 1 minute version in the Forsaken expansion for Destiny 2.
Yes.
Aldrin Sov, remember the creepy guy with the yellow eyes and the white skin from the Reef, Queen Mara's brother?
No,
man, the emo guy?
No, don't remember.
Well, okay. In Forsaken, he straight up murders Cade 6, who is everybody's favorite character.
Wow.
And so that's what the whole expansion revolves around, is like you are getting revenge for Cade because he was murdered. And so at the end of that, Aldrin gets killed and becomes a guardian. And he is the only guardian where people know his past, because everybody in that game is like 1,000 years old and nobody knows anybody's past or previous life.
Right.
So because once you die and come back as a guardian, you don't remember anything from your past life. Nobody, you just don't remember. Right. And that's like,
sounds about right.
thing.
Yeah.
And so everybody remembers who Crow is, because that's Aldrin's guardian name, is the Crow. And so there's a shootout and Cade knocks him down, and Crow recognizes Cade because people have reminded him that he's killed Cade like 1,000 times over the course of the last 5 years. And he's like, you died. And Cade's like, and then Crow's ghost comes out, and Cade's, because Cade doesn't know yet that he's a guardian. He just thinks he's Aldrin chasing him down still.
Damn.
And so his ghost comes out, and Cade like lifts his gun up. He said, so did you, because he has a ghost, because he's a guardian. So he died and came back as a guardian. And then Cade helps him up. And it was like everybody was like freaking out online. It was awesome. So cool. Now we have to go fight the witness.
See, now, I don't mean, this is going to sound pejorative. I do not mean it that way. But you sound like all those people that were super excited about any of the past, 47 entries in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Sure.
and
I was just going to say, I didn't know Destiny lore was anything people paid attention to. Now, this sounds shadier than I mean it, because
Sure.
I have to say, I
Fine.
hand that person who does play Diablo for the plot.
Yeah, see? So anyways, that was like the 5-minute version. If you want the full version, you can check out Tower Casuals every Friday morning on your podcast service of choice, which, by the way, is live. Well, by the time you hear this, it won't be, but episode 200, live Thursday.
wow.
Somewhere. I still got to figure it out.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's too many Oh man, giveaways and all that stuff. I don't know why I'm telling you because it's all over by the time you all hear this. But
Fair.
mostly because this is coming out like 3 weeks from now because we're ahead on episodes. Plus, we did an interview yesterday.
Oh, nice.
It's fine. I'm very excited for the final shape, and I'm very excited for my Destiny journey to come to an end.
Yeah.
In a real way.
I feel like part of you, despite the hype that you just displayed, I feel like part of you is ready to be done with this.
It is. I am.
You're more ready to be done than you are excited.
Matt, I've been playing Destiny longer than we've been friends.
Barely.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Not much longer, but longer.
Yeah.
You've been playing Destiny as long as I've been playing The Binding of Isaac, so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And Spelunky.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Not as long as I've been playing Dark Souls, though.
So it's funny. I don't remember what show it was on, but I looked up my time wasted in Destiny. Oh, it was on. I think it was while we were recording book club last week, and time wasted in Destiny. You want to take a wild guess at how many hours I have in the Destiny?
The game's been out 11 years now.
10. Well, 9.5.
10? Only 10? I thought it came out in 2013.
September is the 10-year anniversary.
Okay, so I will say...
Hey, they made it 10 years. I remember that dumb shit when it came out. Got a 10-year plan.
A grand.
Yeah, multiply that by 3.
Really? Wow. Good for you.
3,162 hours.
Wow.
Across 4 platforms.
Corey, you can't tell people this.
Oh, he can and he will.
Yeah, I don't care.
He's got to hang that hat somewhere.
Yeah.
But
it's on my head. Also, the Into the Light stuff's pretty good. It's okay. It's like they added a horde mode. Pantheon's pretty cool too. Although I have not finished a run of Pantheon yet. So
one day you'll get there.
I don't know because it goes away. It's going away in a couple days, and they'll bring it back this fall probably with new raid bosses in it. But essentially, Pantheon is like a boss rush mode for raid bosses in Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
With new challenges and new like puzzles during the boss fights, and it's like I don't have time to do that anymore.
Yeah, right.
It's a cool idea. Also, if you complete all 3 versions of Pantheon, you get a title called Godslayer. Which is cool. But I did not do that.
I don't know if it's that cool.
It's cool. It's.
I mean, there are probably some
Destiny,
people. There are some people that will rest a lot of importance on that, but
yeah, most of the hardcore Destiny players. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm a God Slayer.
Yeah.
The last time I touched Destiny, I believe it was Gina Torres was in the game.
Yeah,
maybe?
She plays Ikora. She's Ikora, but they recast her like 2 years ago because she's part of some new show somewhere. I don't know.
Disappointing.
Nathan Fillion's back though. Nathan Fillion's back as Cade. Very excited.
Good for you, Nate.
Yeah.
We love to hear it.
Did the rookie get canceled or something? Because he's back. Because that's what he left. That's what he left Destiny for, was the rookie.
Nope.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Kiel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network. Anyway, somebody stop me. Somebody start talking about something else.
LeRon, what you been playing?
Oh, goody.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, actually, Monster Hunter is big on this list. Actually,
I see 2 versions of Monster Hunter
Imagine
on this
that.
list.
Yeah, and I forgot to also add Tekken 8 back in there. So yeah, I was playing Tekken 8
Just play the hits, LeRon.
because Combo Breaker happened this past weekend, which is one of the major fighting game tournaments that happens over here in the States. and yeah, I spent the entire weekend watching Combo Breaker, just Tekken 8 on Combo Breaker, and it was fun. It kind of like reinvigorated me to get back into the game because I kind of took a hiatus because I felt like I was plateauing, and that shit was just like, yes, I need to play. So like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, watching Combo Breaker, like breaks would happen and stuff like that. I'd get on Tekken. I was also so back into it on the Tekken front. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, of course. Spend some more time, in Tsushima, and restarted Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin because I never beat it. And it was more like something like, what was it? Sunbreak came out. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak came out like a little bit after Wings of Ruin happened, and it kind of just took my attention away from Wings of Ruin, so I just never got back to it. But yeah, like I'm in it. I'm backing out right now. I'm playing on my ROG Ally, and it's a wonderful game to just like be like either on the couch playing it, or in bed playing it and stuff like that. I am kind of mad though because on the Steam version there was no demo. So the demo on the Switch there was an early exploit you had where you can get an Anjanath before you get off the first island. And it was an exploit because like technically Anjanath was a boss monster that you're supposed to fight before you could get off the island and adventure into the world and stuff like that. So you're only supposed to fight Anjanath, and you weren't supposed to be able to get one, capture one, and raise one. But there was an exploit that was on the Switch version that's not on the Steam version because the Steam version had no demo. So I'm kind of upset about that because I could have had an OP monster, But I guess I just had to play it the right way, technically, and not exploit anything. But yeah, like I forgot how fun this game was and how just lighthearted it is, Even though the story has a way of pulling feels out of you and stuff like that, because like the whole thing about like the Guardian Rathalos, that's it's interesting, to say the least and stuff like that. So yeah, like I'm pretty sure. And Corey, did you beat it?
Beat what?
Wings of Ruin, Monster Hunter Stories. No. You didn't beat it? Damn, you were playing it hardcore.
I was, and then I got distracted by something else.
Destiny.
Probably. I wasn't going to say that because I said it enough on this episode. Nerd. I said it too much for this episode.
Yeah.
If I say it one more time, Commander Zavala will come out and just.
Yeah, no, it's like Beetlejuice. Yeah. But so like
Zerg's gonna show up and be like, "Store's closed."
Unfortunately, because we're recording
snake face.
Unfortunately, because we're recording podcasts and I'm not going to be able to play any Monster Hunter Stories 2 tonight.
Not that attitude.
Because I want to
take a 5 hour energy. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, because I need to go to bed to get up at like 5:30 in the morning to watch the finale for Star Trek Discovery. So yeah.
Oh, nerd.
Actually, I don't have to get up that. I don't have to get up that early because like I'm not obligated for work. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm not obligated for work tomorrow. So I could get up, have a nice breakfast, watch my Star Trek, and then go, like get my yearly checkup.
Someone from work calls LeRon. I'm watching my stories.
Exactly. Yes.
No, baby, I can't answer the phone. Stories is on.
Why are you calling me right now? So yeah, that's everything, and I did not take a whole 20-minute segment like Corey did to talk about all the games I've been playing. Hey
man, I was really into what I was playing. How often do I get to talk about what I've been playing?
I was really into what I was playing. Well, actually, none of these games are actually new games. That's the crazy part. But they're new depending on what platform you're playing them on.
Yes, that new PC game that's 5 years old.
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's all mine though.
LeRon, I downloaded a PC game because I have a Windows machine now.
What game?
Coaster Tycoon.
Boyfriend
I even bought a mouse today, LeRon.
My boyfriend's
A real 2-button scrolly mouse.
I'm gonna let him know you're playing that.
You should be proud of me. It lights up and everything. Changes colors like a nerd mouse. So very excited to use this. Except it needs charged, so I don't. I haven't used the mouse with 2 buttons in like 10 years. So
I just told him
It's
to play
wild to go
Roller
back
Coaster
to.
Tycoon. Yeah, he started laughing.
hey man, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
No. I love sim games and like from Sim City to Roller Coaster Tycoon. Those are my shits. I'm trying my best not to play Roller Coaster Tycoon because like I don't want to be like down that rabbit hole like for real.
By the
What
way,
mission? What mission are you on, Corey?
can I complain? I mean, I don't know. I always play the first level and build this awesome park, and then I just restart. I don't ever play the scenario.
Oh, okay.
Can I complain?
Are you one of those
who's
trying to make the perfect park? So you just restart the level and scenario. Okay, yeah. I also have that problem.
Also, Forest Frontiers is the that's the first level. The first one is like the best one anyway, because you can buy all that land, and then the only thing is you don't get to buy research all the rides, so it's like kind of not the best, but it's also the best, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, the Mac version of Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic sucks. You know why? Because it is the iPhone version that they just put on the Apple App Store.
That's what my boyfriend said today.
So bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Fix that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just play the PC version. As a matter of fact, I might put that bitch on my ROG Ally.
Micro Pros, they don't exist anymore. By the way, what's up with Atari buying all these like fucking 70s brands? Intellivision. What else did they bring back? Infogrames. They brought that back.
It's vintage.
Yeah.
The little like older Gen Z mid, like the ones who are like fresh in their 20s. Fuck, love that shit. They love it.
Good for them, because I hate that shit. I hate it.
It's weird how it's coming back around, because like the 90s, like it's weird how much of like I see my high school fashion just out and about in the world now, because it's come back. Like that's how old I am. So,
Well,
you know.
Hmm?
You know what I can't wait to come back, Matt? Is
What?
is the remember the parachute pants with the buttons on the side that you could just rip off, like like
it's gonna be a good time.
those were, or like the khakis with that, like the khaki pants with the zippers around the knee that you could turn to shorts at a blink of an eye. Can't wait for those.
And then your legs and shins just get scratched to hell for because you're like, hey, I can turn. It's hot out.
Don't wear those pants, kids. They're
Don't.
look,
unless you want made fun of.
The Gen Z girlies, the Gen Z girly pops, okay? They are all about discovering things that we been new, that Gen X and millennials we made. But the poor babies, look, they can do the technology real good, and I love that for them. Yes. Handle that.
Create your world.
Create it. We love to see it. But they're like now like starting to get little search skills, so they go and they search and they find shit, and it's like, yes, congratulations, babes. Congratulations. Yes, you have rediscovered Y2K fashion. It's great. Love it.
You know what?
Dress like a brass doll.
I will say this, and this I don't know what reaction is going to be on the panel here. But they haven't found Z Cavarici, and I'm glad they haven't found him.
Let that stay hidden.
Yeah, let that stay dead. Let that stay dead. What have you been playing, Yarri?
Oh, hi, hello, me. It's
Hello.
Have you gone?
I have not.
Oh, damn, I was going to make a joke, but it's
Go
fine.
right ahead.
No, because it's actually inaccurate. I was going to be like,
Those are the
so I'm
best
last?
jokes. No, you're not last.
Exactly.
You're first in our hearts.
As I
Corey
should be.
demanded going first.
I live for the applause. and the
Whoa,
validation.
whoa.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Had nothing to do with this. And this, if you're listening, this is your first time tuning in, is where it's really important for me to note that Corey is my boss.
And I don't work here, so.
You will soon.
Am I? When did this happen?
We'll talk. We'll talk. Look,
I know.
we'll talk.
I know.
We'll talk.
We will.
It's fine. Anyways,
Anyway,
interrupting Yari. With...
You start. No. No.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
I was gonna work it in there.
Whoa.
I mean,
I will Joey Lawrence this all day. Whoa.
Whoa.
I've been waiting to work that in.
Yari, what you been playing?
Okay, so I'll tell you guys if I can find it on the list, because y'all know I got the memory of a goldfish.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, keep swimming. Okay, so I have been playing. I haven't had a lot of. I haven't had like a ton of time to play video games this week. So I've been doing stuff that is pretty easy to hop in and out of. My kid is no longer in school, and I am her primary caregiver for the next month, so that's cool. Would you believe? Crazy. Toddlers require a lot of attention.
No, they don't.
No idea what you're talking about.
I know. Okay. So, and also I started dating somebody new, so like now I'm investing that time in them.
All right.
Yari, I told you not to tell anybody.
God damn it, Corey! No one would know.
Do your thing.
Oh man, and ladies and gentlemen and ladies in the audience, they hit record and started saying this. So,
For sure.
Anyway, so my girl, she is super into this game called Squirtle, which is like a word search game. And that's pretty fun to do. It's good to try and train my brain to catch the words. I'm not great at it, but I'm having a good time.
cool.
As far as like games go, I've been playing like a lot of mobile games this week. So one that I recently started playing that I'm locked in, stuck, is freaking Loop Hero.
Oh yeah,
which
Loop
is
Loop Hero's real good.
chef's kiss.
Oh,
My
God.
God, what an I'm like, it's giving like it taps into the same dopamine nonsense that like Civ does. You know what I mean? Which is like just one more loop.
Yeah,
Just one more loop.
he's gonna go around real quick. He's gonna go around
Real quick. Look, I know that I definitely fucked up, like where I placed the enemy, but he's fine.
Yeah.
He will be fine, and we will get through this.
Yes.
So, and I found it because I was watching a streamer, Pat Stares At, and he started playing it, and I was like, wait a minute. God damn it. That is something I have time for.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm a big fan of the revenge bedtime. So, like you feel like you don't get enough time in your day. So you stay up later than you should to do shit you ain't got no business doing. That's me. I'm good for that.
Yep.
The other one I've been playing, other roguelite, because I'm a huge fan of roguelites, is Rogue Adventure, which is... So, it's not the best, but there's something about it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. At least where I'm at, because I've only unlocked the second character. I completed my first run, I think, like sometime last week, and now I'm on my second run. And like, there is something about it that is just captivating. It's a deck building roguelike. I thought that was the words to get Corey back on the screen, and yet someone told me that all I need to do was set out.
So he tuned out at roguelite. So you have my full attention because I have a roguelike problem too. So
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
They're so good. So one of the posts that I actually have on the Boss Rush website is about what's the difference between a roguelite and a roguelite, and then as well as
Nothing.
digging into. Hey, hush you. And then I also have a post about the top 5 entry level roguelites, because I was always like kind of leery about getting into them. And then I had to find a couple that really worked for me. And those are usually what I go to when I'm not able to play games in general. Like a big one that I was into for ages is called Meteor Fall.
Oh yes, Meteor Fall's real good. Yeah,
It's so
Meteor Fall
silly and dumb and goofy, and it's so hard. And like, I'm a hater at heart, so I won't look up a game guide because I'm hard headed.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, of course not. Like, no, I got this. There's nothing you can show me that I ain't seen already.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that I haven't completed a run yet. I will fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. 100%.
So like, I'm just always pulling up a bunch of different roguelikes. That's what I keep on my phone. I'm a big fan of the mobile game situation, but I'm very picky about it. And my Calm Down game that I use for just relaxing, and it's also teaching me a little bit of color theory and stuff, is called I Love Hue 2, where you are matching just different... hold on. You're matching up different colors to make a pattern, and it is very pleasing, and it's the most nicest game I've ever played. And when I say nice, I mean like your nice neighbor who's like gonna pick up your mail and drop it off for you, like that level of nice, right? Like when you manage to beat the like however much like is the world like minimum, or like there's the world average for a level, and like let's say it takes you forever, like it was 56 moves to solve. You solved it in 100. Way to go.
Yeah.
You solved it in world average is 56. You solved it in, I don't know, 55. Yo, I beat the world average. I'm great. And like, if you beat it and minimum moves required, it says you incandescent shining star. I am a hue master. And I'm like, yes,
Wow.
bitch, I am.
Good shit.
Great at this.
Oh, love that.
Is there
And,
another shoe that's about to drop? I feel like there's another shoe that's getting ready to drop. No, there are no other shoes about to drop on this though.
I'm just being positive.
Okay. I was trying to brace myself because I'm like the level of amped right now is there. So I was like,
I'm waiting for that Stephen A. Smith butt.
Okay, so
LeRon, there's
for my
not always a
spiritual
but.
girlies, for my spiritual
Shit.
girlies, it even has a daily divination. Check this out, because I just pulled this up. Right, so right here on my phone, right, you can look up the past, the present, or the future. It says, ask a question of the stars and they will answer, right? So you get your mind right, and you can ask the past, how have past events shaped your current situation? It's a little bit of tarot situation, okay, girly pops? Right? So what beliefs are you still holding on to? You can ask about the present. What is the situation you find yourself in at this very moment, and what influences are at play? And future, what lies ahead? What is coming? What is the most likely outcome if there's no change in direction? So my tarot card girlies, it's a 3-card pull for you, right? All right. So peep this. Then you pick whichever question is like weighing on your mind. So for me, I'm thinking about what does the future lie ahead? Now, for all my girly pops who are not into tarot, I'm not a magical tarot girly, but I'm just thinking about how do my own actions help me crystallize myself. So I press on future. Oh, well, hold on. You got to do past first. So there's past, present, and future. You get all 3. So you press on past. It says protection. It says I am at where I'm at today because a bitch got strong boundaries. And that's right. That's on what period? Present. What is the situation I find myself in this very moment? And what influences are at play? And the answer is beauty. And that's true because a bitch is vain. My girl, one of the most attractive people I've ever met in my life. Okay. That's why I'm here. She's pretty and she likes me. Like, what else do I need? Come on now. And what lies
I am
ahead?
here.
What do I have coming for me? I've just graduated. I'm with somebody new. Da 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 da. Confusion. It's because I'm gay. Okay. Then from there, it gives you different ways to play the game. Try and beat a previous score. Try to beat the clock, or push yourself. Go to an advanced level and try and beat it. Try and beat it if you can. And I just think that's just so cute and supportive, and we love that for us. And it's dark mode. We're always in dark mode, and you know what? We stand in dark mode. I don't remember where I was going with this, but I love that game.
Well,
Nice.
I've never heard of I Love Hugh, but now I want to look at it. So
I love
Yeah,
Hue
I'm
too. It's a
curious.
specific one that I like to play.
okay, all right.
It's a clever name for
Isn't
a
it?
game about colors. Just throwing it out there. Whoever named that deserves a raise.
It's a very good pun.
It is. Look, and I love a good pun.
Same. Same.
Depends.
That's because you're a hater at heart, Corey. It's okay.
It's fair. It's true.
The puns.
I hate you.
I'll see myself out.
Why?
No,
Words
stay
that
right there.
way.
Stay right there.
Don't you go anywhere.
I have the power to mute you and turn you off.
Then why would you even bring him in? Defeats the purpose.
I know. I like to make him feel like he feels loved before I just drag him.
Didn't your mom ever tell you don't cut off your nose to spite your face?
No, she doesn't tell me things like that.
Yeah, she really doesn't. She really does not.
Well, I'm telling you.
She told me to get a job, or she was kicking me out at 12. So,
Oh, you had that one too? Oh.
yeah. And
Oh,
so
man.
my cousin hired me at Domino's and hired me under something other than me. So yeah. Anyways, that was my first job, Domino's Pizza. It was fun.
Nice.
Not really.
In the old days, they allowed 12-year-olds to work?
No.
Did you
No,
have
they
to
did
take
not.
horse and buggy there to
In the
get
old
there
days.
too?
No, but would it make you feel better if I told you my parents' neighbors were Amish until the late 90s?
Yes.
Because that's where I'm from. And the town I'm from is
starting
still
to make sense now.
the town I'm from is still run by the Mennonite community. So, yeah. The Millers, the Yoders, the Slaybaws, the Koblentzes.
Thank you
all
for
the Amish names.
sharing this information from me.
You're
I
welcome.
need you to know I can never unknow it now.
That was the point. I'm not.
You can never unknow it. I can't unlive it.
My point here is it's going to come up.
I'm sure it is. I'm not afraid anymore. I am a little.
Okay. I believe there is. Did you just say you're not afraid? Because
Yeah.
I'm positive that there is recorded evidence of you saying that you're scared. And if I don't have recorded, I definitely have it in writing.
That was the last time. I'm used to you now, so. And then there will be a next time, maybe.
Of which he will be terrified.
Oh, look, somebody. I got you. Because there's something that got missed.
Oh no.
I'm excited for these receipts.
I don't know if I am or not. Should I be?
Well,
What did I
did you
miss?
say anything
Did I
that
miss
you can't take back?
Probably. I don't know. I'm sure. I probably said 5 things on this episode alone that I can't take back. So. Oh man. It's all right. You know what I did bring? I did bring a change of clothes for After Dark. So that's what I did do.
Got a little spicy.
I know.
Comfortable.
Mostly because like I wanted to, originally wanted to change up my looks for the podcast, so I decided, button downs, those are fun. And I was like, no, I hate these things. I hate these fucking things. So there's a black.
He's gonna
t-shirt
show
laying
up
on
with
the
a
chair
bubble
over there.
pipe and a sport coat. After dark.
Don't tempt me.
Ugliest
Next time, I'll go wear a tweed jacket.
There you
like a
go.
70s English teacher. Oh man. Anyways, what's the topic tonight? I didn't even fill out the doc because I just
What's the
didn't.
You
topic?
didn't.
What's the
Yeah.
topic?
Yeah, like I mean, we can pull from one of the ones in the bank.
Sure, why not? Why
Sure, let's
not,
do it.
LeRon?
That's why we have
Yeah,
them, right?
why didn't you erase the one that we covered last week, the PC versus
LeRon,
console
I
game?
don't know if you've been paying attention to the group chat, but I've been really fucking busy.
I've been busy as well.
Also,
You know what?
everybody else has access to the doc.
Okay,
there
you
are
know what?
11 people.
I got sent it about 30 minutes before the podcast started.
Actually,
So-
you got sent it last week because it's the same doc.
But no one told me it was going to be the same doc.
I did 30 minutes before the show started.
Exactly. That's my point.
Okay. Well, there's one from the backlog that caught my eye because I'm pretty sure this is kind of new. But it's something about the patient gamer's approach.
Yeah, it's been in the queue for a while.
Oh, it has? Okay.
Yeah, so someone that I work tangentially to submitted a bunch of topics. So shout out to Ace.
I like this. I like it though. Like the patient gamers approach is popularized by the subreddit Reddit/patient gamers. The
Yes,
pros and cons
I
for
think
those of us.
Reddit is where all the popular kids go.
Yeah. I hang on Reddit like a decent amount. You know.
I
look
used
like
to
someone
spend
who
more
hangs
time on
out on
Reddit
Reddit.
before they killed their apps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So basically, this goes into pros and cons for those of us who play relatively few new releases. Actually, at the time that they are actual new releases, that's the way this goes. Preferring to wait sometimes upwards of 10 years for Game of the Year or definitive editions to come out, where all the bugs are worked out and mod availability to stuff like that. And sometimes it's also a way to just wait for deep sales on titles. Like how Ubisoft decides that they're going to slash a game 70% off like a month after it releases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Go ahead. No.
Okay. So I've always been a patient gamer because your girl was broke, okay? I worked in early childhood education for like 10 years, okay? I really had the coins or the cash to be going out and buying $60 games at launch. That is a very brand new situation in my life to be able to be like, yeah, I'm going to buy a $70 game at launch. And really, I can for real, I really only try to do that like a couple times a year. So technically, I've been doing that shit for the better part of 15 years. There we go. But I do genuinely think that there is something to be said for not immediately jumping into new games. I think a lot of the current kind of everything big, greater, best, forever, infinite growth capitalist bullshit that hellscape that we live in, is like stuck on a hype machine of like the game needs to sell the most money ever at all times within 7 hours of launch or what the heck or whatever. And like I don't want to participate in that. Straight up. I don't want to. And so it is very rare that I feel particularly inspired to buy a game at launch. I think the last game that I did that for was Diablo 4. Because I'm be real here. I love
She
that.
needed to know the story. She was there for the plot.
I mean,
First of all, have you seen Lilith? Would defect to the dark side. Thank you very
I
much.
saw her 20 years ago. Diablo 2 came out.
Okay, but have you seen her in Diablo 4 graphics, baby? I'm very good.
I mean, Janet Jackson said it best. What have you done for me lately? and Lilith be doing a lot.
And they got rid of the weird voodoo character from 3.
That always seemed like a problem.
It was a little.
I'm just like, I love this series, but this is, as Charlie Murphy said, habitual line stepping, like all over the place. Like
there's just so much to unpack with it, and I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I did play Diablo 4. Did I play it at launch? I might be lying. Actually, I am lying. I just bought it this year. JK, I played the beta is what I did. So it wasn't even Diablo. I did wait until it was on sale to get it. Yeah.
You waited till it was on Game Pass to play it. To buy it.
Hey, some of us don't have Game Pass. So that's kind of in that case, I can't remember the last game that I bought brand new. It's really worth it for me, especially as somebody who I have such limited time. Like, you know what? I do remember. I remember exactly the last game. I bought the Endwalker expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. And I'm not even at Endwalker. I bought it so that we'd be able to. I wanted to play the new class that came out.
Yeah.
But, that's a game I actively play. And hey, the new expansion's coming out this summer in like a month. Guess who's gonna buy it and probably still won't play it because they haven't beaten Endwalker yet. Did you guess me? Hi, hello, it's me.
Personally, I think there's a lot of pros to being a patient gamer. Because video games as a medium have fought so hard to be considered an art form and to be considered like a serious art form that it's really funny whenever a big anticipated game comes out, the last thing anybody talks about it like is a piece of art. It becomes either the fuel for whatever's left of the console wars. It becomes, well, why didn't they finish the game before they put it out because of bugs? And that's mainly because I don't think the public understands how games are made. I don't think they understand how they work. I think they understand I want it now, and that's about it. And also, certain games from a community standpoint become a toxic mess really fast. And the ones that avoid all of those, the players that avoid all of those things are the ones who aren't there at launch or show up when they're ready to show up rather than trying to be part of some zeitgeist that's ultimately fake and fleeting and will disappear just as quickly as it arrives.
Yeah, you're just trying to trigger people tonight, aren't you?
I mean, it's true. It's the truth. Like, I mean, we didn't get to talk about what I've been playing. That's okay.
Wait.
Yeah, we skipped me. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to go back. But there are plenty of times that I've come to a game that is years old, and I'm experiencing it through my eyes. And if I've been in a community and I talk about it, they're like, "Yeah, that game came out such and such time. Where were you?" Like, I'm sorry, there's only 24 hours in the day. I've got a job, I've got a wife, I've got a family. Like, sorry, like I don't know what to do for you. But I like this today, and I think it's cool. But the point, my entire point is when you try and be a part of like the grand conversation that's right at launch of a game, you end up not seeing the forest through the trees most of the time. Like one of my biggest example of this is No Man's Sky. like everybody was so when that came out, it was probably my game of the year until games later came out and dethroned it. It gave me what I wanted, but no one wanted to hear that from me. They wanted to hear what I thought about Sean Murray lying, to the public or whatever. They wanted my thoughts on the controversy, and they're like, well, I won't play it because he's a liar. Welcome to salesperson 101. You get the money and leave. Like, that's what you do. Yes, Yarri, please.
See, here's the thing, because I've worked in sales, right?
Me too. 100%.
And I don't know, because the thing is that, yes, it's salesperson 101. You hype up your product and what you're going to do. But when you say that at launch, your product is going to have X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, and it even got X, Y, Z 1 or 2. It's maybe got 3. I think that leads to a lack of trust as well, and that it's a deteriorating trust with the consumer.
100%. I completely agree with you. However, more people wanted to hear that I was pissed off at Sean Murray. They didn't want to hear about the experience that I had enjoyed and ultimately got what I needed rather than what I wanted. And do your thing. When I played that game, it was a beautiful, glorious thing that I absolutely loved, that eventually got what everybody wanted put in it. And it has become one of the great, redemption arcs in video game history. But nobody wanted to hear like the existential, beautiful experience that I had with No Man's Sky. They're like, but there's no ship combat. Why do you like this? Like, because I'm not looking for that. I wasn't in it for any of that. All of that stuff was gravy for me anyway. But the experience that I had at launch with No Man's Sky is still one of my favorite video game experiences ever. Not top 10, not top 20, definitely top 30. But everybody wanted to hear about discourse. Everybody wanted to hear, and ultimately I didn't care, because you don't have to tell somebody that the Mona Lisa is a great painting for them to think it's a great painting. No, I'm not saying No Man's Sky is the Mona Lisa, but like ultimately I appreciated it when I appreciated it. And that's the thing that I'm driving for. Appreciate something when you get to it. Don't worry about whether or not you're too late, or whether, there are some, if you wait long enough, you won't be able to buy anything, because ultimately this medium does disappear.
Yeah.
It 100% does. And preservation is not something that everybody has figured out yet. They're trying. And they're making wonderful strides, but it's also, preservation ultimately is not profitable either.
Just to touch on something you said, I think this is also one of the reasons why we have patient gamer syndrome nowadays. I love being roped in by a vision of what a game should be, right? For example, like we can think of a lot of games that, like when they were in pre-production, like they were one thing, and then they showed up completely different, or like a lot of the stuff they were looking for was gone and stuff like that. Or even worse, like there was stuff that had to be left on the cutting room floor to get the game out and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that I don't bash games for coming out like incomplete or minus the full scope of what they came out under.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, that I try to be more lenient in most cases, unless it comes down to AAA published studios and stuff like that,
right.
That when stuff like that comes into play, then I have a fundamental issue with some of the going on, and stuff like that, because it's like, you guys have the money, you guys have the resources and stuff like that, so why did you allow why'd you allow a game to come out in the state that it did?
Mhm.
And also you can also like sometimes you can tell like sometimes when a game is just like in development hell or like or the writing's on the wall that it's not going to be what it's supposed to be. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Anthem.
Yeah, right. Yeah. notice we picked 2 games from the same studio.
Well, see, and the thing about Anthem is heart. Like you could say what you want about Mass Effect. Mass Effect is that whole discourse thing that I was talking about. Everyone, and then ultimately on our panel we have Corey who played it on Wii U and said the original one was the best one. I don't know what the problem is. At least I think that's if I remember that correctly, Corey.
What do you mean?
Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3?
He played that on the Wii U.
Hey, first of all, I played the 360 version first.
Okay.
Because that's where my save was.
Sure.
I bought it on Wii U because Nintendo Power Block was the only show I was doing at the time.
Right.
And I played everything that came out on a Nintendo console. I played Watch Dogs on Wii U, and guess what? That was not very good either. But yes, I still, aside from the story stuff and the connections to the previous games, from a gameplay perspective, I thought the Wii U version was very interesting.
Sure, and that's fine. Like I'm not trying to pull you. I'm not trying to throw you under a bus.
Also, yes, Mass Effect 1 is the best Mass Effect.
There you go. There you go, man. There you go.
From a guy who just recently beat Mass Effect 1, I beg to differ.
Saren is the best. Is top 3 video game.
Okay, Saren is one of the best villains in the franchise. Yes.
I said from a story perspective,
but like,
did you not hear me?
So I
didn't hear that part. I did not hear that part.
So shocker. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but a person I interact with on Blue Sky, they and I went back and forth about how much we loved Anthem for what it could have been and what it should have been. Middle finger emoji. But we're ultimately heartbroken by how just absolutely kneecapped it was when it came out. And it was sad. That could have been one of the great Iron Man games ever. But no.
Oh yeah.
It was
for real.
It was not to be. The traversal in that game I still think about that and like, man, that was so cool. It was such a good way to get around.
Okay, so yeah, like I definitely have pacing gamer syndrome for real though, because I was one of those people. Well, a lot of people may have heard over the years that I've been on Boss Rush podcast that I played the Mass Effect trilogy, the original Mass Effect trilogy, when it was officially a Mass Effect trilogy. Like when the PS3 version came out and like the box set, you could get $60. You get you get all 3 games and practically all the meatiest part of the DLC and stuff like that. That was my first time actually like experiencing Mass Effect. And that was what, like 10 years after the first game had come out at that point. And man, let me tell you, like that was an experience. So like, and I've done that too. Like I kind of got conditioned to like doing Game of the Year and definitive editions because Fallout games, Fallout 3, like I experienced Fallout for the first time by playing Fallout 3, the Game of the Year editions that had like the Pit expansion and what was the other expansion that was in that? But it was all like wrapped in one bundle for $60, stuff like that, But I also am one of those people, like I'm a day oneer. Like all the Uncharted games have been day one games for me. Every Monster Hunter game has been a day one game for me. Like screw what you heard. Like every Monster Hunter game has been a day one game for me. Now when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, I legit thought about like just waiting for like a box set for that to come out. But then I was like, you know what? I don't know if I have the patience to wait all this time, for those games, especially that when it looked like it was going to be one of those situations where it was going to be like a really staggered release. Like, truth be told, we're wondering if we're going to get the third part, during the PS5's lifespan, or if it was going to be a PS6 game, kind of like what happened with Kingdom Hearts. Well,
you're gonna be paying a lot of money for that 30th anniversary collection that'll have all 5 games in it. 6 games, whatever they're gonna.
You know what? Wait, when you say 5 games, you're talking about like the Crisis Core, and
so I'm talking Crisis Core, I think they're going to include the remaster of the original on disc in there. I think.
Wait,
But it'll be the PC version.
The remaster of what?
The remaster
of the original Final
Fantasy
Fantasy VII.
Oh, the original. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I do not care about playing the original Final Fantasy.
I'm telling you about this imaginary 30th anniversary edition. You asked which 5 games. I'm telling you.
I played the original Final Fantasy VII to death on the PS1. As a matter of fact, I think Final Fantasy VII is why my first PS1 broke, because I played it so much. Like if I still have my memory card, I guarantee you, if I pop Final Fantasy VII in there and load that save up, the time is 999:99. I played it that much because I know I played it 3 times at least, and on my final run, everybody had to have a Knights of the Zodiac materia. Everybody in the party had to have one. And do you know, Corey, you do not know this because you decided to stop playing the original Final Fantasy.
I actually started playing it. I re-downloaded it after I rage deleted it.
Okay. You're a glutton for punishment.
I am, but then Hellblade came out, and so I stopped playing it again.
Yeah.
You know what? But you know why my first PS1 died? Wu-Tang Shaolin style.
Ooh, yeah.
Game's cool as
now it's because you did grievous harm to your PlayStation? Or?
Oh no! I played the hell out of that game.
Okay. No. That game lives in infamy for a good section of the PlayStation community, though.
Oh yeah, they hate it and they're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's I wonder how it's going to be for. I know for sure. Like I'm like as soon as Rebirth comes out on PC, I'm getting it. You know, and actually, like I'm basically I'm 90% a PC gamer at this point now.
What?
I'm 90%. Yeah, like I mean, like
90%?
which is why Capcom better not fuck up.
Oh, they'll fuck
and
up.
do a staggered release of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, they 100% will.
They won't be crossplay.
No, they will, and it will be crossplay. Look. Capcom is only going to make sure they do one thing right, and that's Resident Evil, because the backlash will be harder and louder if they fuck up Resident Evil.
How do you guys think they're going to handle RE5? Because they going to the motherland.
They're not. They already said they're not remaking 5 or 6.
Oh, thank God.
No, they're going to give us. They're going to give us Raccoon City, Code Veronica, and that other one.
It's right now. It's 0.
Code Veronica and 0.
Did they remake 0?
Yeah.
I missed that. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That
was the first RE game I ever played.
They pushed
it's terrible. I love it.
They pushed 9 back, I guess, and they're going to remake 0 and Code Veronica, and then 9, and then there's some sort of anniversary where they're going to remake 1. I guess that'd be what, the 30. Well, I guess this 2026 would be the 30th anniversary. So I don't know. There's a 1 remake in there also, but they feel
there's a part of me that wants Capcom to go back and complete Resident Evil 3 remake. There's a part of me that wants them to go back and do it, because like you can tell playing the game, because like I played the game and I beat it multiple times. You could tell that there was something like really left in the cutting room floor. Like people bitch about the clock tower, like they bitch about the graveyard scene, fighting the giant worm. Like you're not missing anything on that. Trust me. But the clock tower, I understand, stuff like that. Yeah, like it, but anyway, I do like when we have Game of the Year editions or definitive editions that work out, like they have all the bugs worked out and stuff like that. That's why Ghost of Tsushima like on the PC is like the best version that I could play, because I did play the PS5 version, well PS4 version. I'm sorry, I played the PS4 version with the PS5 entitlements, when that was a thing. And like I said, like I'm 90% PC gamer at this point now. Like I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait now for a game to come out on the PC, especially when we have companies like Nixxes like doing ports and like knocking it out the park. Like I mean, there's nothing anyone can say about Ghost of Tsushima on the PC that can even equate to saying it's broken, and stuff like that. So
have you played that Bloodborne demake?
Oh yeah, it's dope.
I've seen it. I haven't played it.
It's dope. It's so good. It should not be as good as it is, but it's really good.
You should
Yeah,
check
I've seen it, but I haven't played it.
I would fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your life right, LeRon.
Yeah. So I'm team game of the year, even though I have my times when I'm just gonna run straight out and buy the game on day one and stuff like that, but yeah. Yeah, like right now, like guaranteed games that I'll get on day one, like I will say Metroid. Especially if it's like the classic style Metroid, Uncharted, I will Monster Hunter, of course, and I dare I say like Mass Effect, but they gotta get their shit right because like I feel like I paid for Andromeda just for them to turn around and like just to give them money to help finish that game. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud.
When I tell you Mass Effect Andromeda, y'all don't get me started. Look, the way I could sit here, do y'all want to hear me rant? Because I could talk.
Yes, please, because Andromeda is a good game. It just if you bought it at launch though, like you would have a hard time knowing that.
I was like, no, that may have been the last time I played a game at launch. To be perfectly honest with you, and
I don't blame you.
Mass Effect was already on thin ice with me. It was already.
You didn't like the original way 3 ended. Am I right?
So here's the thing. So I told you I was going to rant. I'm going to rant. So I want you to imagine it is the year of our Lord, 2014 or so. Okay, young Yarri is fresh to playing more serious video games. Okay, it was a different world. I still consider myself. I knew I was bi, but I still consider myself like cis. Okay, I had just discovered Fallout. I grew up with like a bunch of siblings. I never played single player games growing up because you need to have games you could play. The only single player games I played were Nintendo games because we had a Wii and that was easily accessible. Okay,
Sure.
Put this in your head. I play Mass Effect 2. And I know everybody plays Mass Effect so they can boink the aliens, and I love that for them. Tali Basora.
Well, everybody's boinking Miranda in Mass Effect 2.
Look, we talked about this last week. Don't let that lie. I know. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Garrus Vakarian?
Yeah. Vakarian, yep.
Is the canonical male love interest. I will not be taking any questions.
No, you are 100% right.
Thank you very much. Right.
Anybody who has questions, I will silence them.
Even the straightest dude would try to have a gay romance with Garrus in the game. Garrus in the game if they could.
Guilty.
See, I hated Garrus. I thought he sucked.
Anyway, Corey confirmed for hater.
I also loved Mass Effect 3's original ending, so apparently I'm wrong.
You are. Anyway, so
I don't care.
Sure.
But SSS Daddy Issues, love that whole cast. But you know who did it for me? I need you to remember, LeRon, this is 2014. There are almost no black characters, not like it is now. We were suffering. So know.
Oh no, you're about to say Jacob. You're about to say Jacob, aren't you?
Jacob. He's just a normal, hot dude.
I didn't have a problem with Jacob.
Listen, I'm gonna get there. I love Jacob in Mass Effect 2, okay? I love that he took out his little bum-ass daddy. He said, daddy issues? Nah, clock it.
Yeah.
That man is a piece of... Loved it. He said, misogyny, not on my ship, okay? I read the comics. Jacob was just Shepard, okay? Everything that y'all love about regular Shepard, that was Jacob Taylor. But he was black, and he looked like an actual black person, and you bitches didn't like it, okay? I peep you white fans.
You're right about that. You're right about that. He didn't look like a caricature of a black person.
He had stubble.
Actually, you know what? I will say they did get their black people like physics right in Mass Effect 2 because Anderson did not look right in Mass Effect 1. But when Anderson shows back up in Mass Effect 3, it's like, whoa, who's this guy?
like,
It sounds like Anderson. It sounds like Anderson, but it don't look like Anderson.
He went
Right?
away for a game, got some swag, and now we like him.
right. Like, so you see what I'm saying? So Jacob Taylor, I love that man. Okay, I wrote fan fiction. I played through. I made sure he came with me on my trips. I love that man. I played Mass Effect for the RPG. Okay,
There was nothing wrong with Jacob. The only sin that Jacob carried was the fact that he wasn't written as well as the other characters in the Mass Effect 2
because he had his life
cast.
together, and I was okay, and that's what I liked. Okay, I didn't want partners. Okay, I wasn't playing it. Like,
Yeah.
I had also, this context is also important. I had just finished Dragon Age 2. Also could have been called Dragon Age Day.
You were on a BioWare bender.
I was a BioWare girly. Okay, I damn near 100% in Mass Effect 2. I am not a 100%er gamer. I love that game. Okay. And I just like finished Dragon Age 2 where Anders had my heart and I needed somebody who had their shit together. You know who had their shit together?
Jacob. Yeah. Jacob was,
And he was
yeah. Yeah, Jacob was, yeah. Now I think about it, Jacob was like a pure soldier. He was a pure, all he was there was like take orders. That's all that's
he
what he was there
came
for.
up, he did his job, and he went the fuck home. Okay? He is Caden Alenko, but Caden doesn't get the hate that Jacob does.
Y'all ain't gonna be hating on Caden because
I love Caden. Don't get me, look, Caden, a Eiffel Tower is all I'm gonna say. Anyway,
I killed Caden in the first game. I hate Caden so much.
I'm
Because
sorry.
he's the same voice actor as Cartho Nassi in KOTOR, and I hated him too. I couldn't get it out of my head that they were the same person.
Anyway, this is the context.
I saved
All right.
Hayden and I threw the racist bitch to the dogs. Fuck that.
exactly that's what you're supposed to do.
Like,
Yo,
fuck
like
her.
you know what? And the sad part was it wasn't even like thinly veiled racism that Ashley was dealing with. It was like ooh. She a racist bitch.
She racist. Yeah. And you know they wrong for having a black woman voice her, right?
Well, here's the thing about it, right? This is how we knew she was racist because like you get a dialogue prompt to check her on her racism.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So it's nice to know where Corey leads his life at.
Mm-hmm. So check this. So I'm in love with Jacob. This is the first fictional character I've ever felt like this much. Like he felt like a guy I could have known. Like it made my self insert like my Shepard feel like my Shepard.
Yeah.
Right. You play the DLC where you go and you blow up the Vicarian, whatever. You blow up the planet to try and give you guys 6 months.
The arrival, yeah. The Batarian. It wasn't a home world. It was just like it was like one of their biggest colonies, though.
Yeah, one of their biggest colonies, right? You blow that up, right? Shepard is grounded for 6 months at the start of 3. You've been grounded because, like, we don't know if
you did some bad stuff.
the Reapers.
None of this seems right.
I'm like, what happened to all that debris from Sovereign that was on the Citadel?
It was just one.
I'm like, did Cerberus just like snatch all that stuff up and everybody forgot? Like, what happened?
What they said, what it was
that they thought it was just one. They thought the one ship was the one threat.
How did
Like,
cancel? Anyway, okay.
it sounds like the United States government. If I'm being honest with you.
Yes.
and welcome to the Mass Effect conspiracy show. We've all got our tinfoil hats on tonight.
Now listen here. I want y'all to understand this. Shepard ends, like whatever she ends, she sleeps with whoever, like your Shepard sleeps with their romantic partner. When you get into 3, you have been gone for only 6 months. You look at me, people from BioWare, I know you're watching. And you had that man knock that bitch up and the relationship ended? Are you kidding me? I was grounded for 6 months. and he knocked her up and was about to marry her. Are you kidding me? You don't even acknowledge that we were together? Are you out your goddamn mind?
They turned Jacob into Ross from Friends. We were on a break.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So
No. You know, like when you get to the I forget what they call the priority missions, like towards the end of Mass Effect 3, and you wind up linking up with Jacob on a planet that's trying to evacuate humans, you know, stuff like that. That's when you find out dude's got a wifey and like preggers and all
which,
this stuff.
if
And it's
you
like,
never romanced him, is fine. If you didn't romance him, oh my God, Jacob, he found, you know, he's getting the life that he wanted after everything goes on. But if you romance him, there's no acknowledgement. It's just like,
Fem Shep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you romance him as Fem Shep, it's just like, well, you know, you were grounded. Liara and I were together, and she found my dead body, and she was still ride or die 2.5 years later. And you telling me you knew I was alive and you couldn't?
I was a
I'm still
Liara
mad.
person.
I mean, none of this is wrong.
When I tell you, I didn't even care about the ending. I stopped playing that game.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Come on.
I
You know what?
because that was one of the last missions I did. I did not finish because I was like, oh, because here's what happened. Actually, it wasn't even that. So my partner and I think I mentioned before the podcast, your girl's Polly. Anyway, this is important because when I say my spouse was playing it, and we were playing on 2 separate saves. Mm-hmm. And so if it wasn't a direct like story spoiler, because I wanted to see how someone like they played differently from me. So I wanted to see how their stuff was going through. And so I saw the thing with Jacob. I said, oh, that's really cool. I wonder how, like, I'm glad to see that, like, in your playthrough, Shepard, you and, you know, Jacob were bros. I can't wait to see, like, what it's going to be like for me.
When we were smashing.
Oh no. Oh, no.
And my spouse was like, and I was like, what?
The betrayal.
So I go and I do that mission. I set that controller down and I was like, I'll just watch you play the rest of it. And up to that point, Mass Effect 3 was my favorite entry.
I don't blame you. I had a really good friend. Like I got her into Mass Effect, and she fell in love with Thane in Mass Effect 2. So imagine all the boat rockage that happened when she got to Mass Effect 3.
It's been 6 months. Why this man dying?
And they ran afoul of Kai Lang.
The girlies who took the less popular, the girly pops, female fans of Mass Effect, especially if you liked Thane or you liked Jacob, were robbed. Absolutely robbed. I am, like, to this day, I get mad about this, by the way. That was not fake. That was not kayfabe. I just did.
100%.
To my core, to my soul, still mad about that. And, like, it's not just me. This is actually an experience that a lot of black women, black female fans experience, because it was so rare to find a character that wasn't a caricature like Jacob in media. I mean, to this day, honestly, it's still hard to find characters like Jacob in Mass Effect 2.
Yarri's so compelling. Yarri's so compelling right now. I'm gonna have to get back on Mass Effect.
I mean, it's great. I still go back and play it.
It's been a long while.
On this somewhere.
It's on the wrong alley. It's another game I can play in bed.
I mean, it's great. I love Me2. I will still go back and play that any day, anytime. I love it. I love my traumatized kids.
We should do when the next N7 day happens, we should devote an entire Boss Rush podcast episode to like all of our highs and lows of Mass Effect.
Call me. I'm not even touched the iceberg of things I care about.
That's coming soon, right? N7 day is like in August.
I thought it was November 7th.
November?
It's November 7th.
Oh, it's November?
Yeah, because
I might not be here for that. That's my birthday month, y'all. Look, y'all think I ain't got no
Scorpio
sense?
season, nice.
Oh, so it's literally November 7th. Wow. That's
Yeah,
just like
y'all
that's
see
like
how I got
that's
no
like the
sense?
Star Wars nuts with May the 4th.
Yeah.
Y'all see how I got these braids and I ain't got no sense? Don't talk to me around my birthday. I'm outside. I'm acting a fool. Stop playing with me.
I don't tell
And the
people
best
about
part
this.
is I'm an adult and no one can do anything about it.
All right, so do we have any final words on the patient gamers approach?
Oh, right. That's what we're talking about.
No, I don't. I didn't say anything, but I don't have anything to say.
Play the games when you want
yeah,
to.
I was.
Don't
Well,
play
yeah, that's
them
because
for
you
discourse
skipped
or
Matt.
whatever.
So yeah, we're skipping you.
That's fine. I don't care. We've been going for almost 2 hours anyway. So
Actually, no, Corey. Like, actually, you can wrap this topic up though. Then.
I can. Thanks,
Yeah.
LeRon.
Oh, I'm sorry that I overstepped my boundaries.
Yari, I
forget-
think Daddy and
forget
Daddy are
you.
about to fight again.
I know. It's
Daddy and Daddy. Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, I have been respecting Corey's autonomy. He has been getting like late night texts from me lately.
Whose fault's that?
You've been Mr. Grumpalumpicus like lately. So I mean, like, yeah, like why am I gonna get my head bit off by sending you a "you up" text at like 1?
Maybe it's because you're not texting me, LeRon. You ever think about that? Jeez.
Can't get to sleep without my LeRon goodnight.
I don't know.
Yeah, honey.
I got a text from Corey with a wink
There-
gift on it. And I was
There
like,
you go. There
wait a
you
minute.
go.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Okay.
To be fair, you sent me one of Borat doing the very nice thing. So
Very nice.
I didn't know
Oh,
what to say.
we're in
Great
that
success.
we're in that
Great
orange singlet banana hammock. That one.
Oh God. No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Anyways, seems like a good place to wrap up. Any final words before we wrap up this podcast? I can't even find the doc to see where we're even at. Final thoughts? No, maybe.
Oh, question. This is a question for Yarri real fast. Did you-
Okay.
Yeah, just real fast, and then you can finalize.
Right ahead.
Because it's on my brain before I forget. Did you have a chance to do anything for the Stellar Blade thing from last week?
I have like thoughts about it. I've been thinking about it, but I have not. So
That's the after dark topic.
I've been reflecting on it.
Okay. Oh, cool. Well, save it for After Dark.
Yeah. I just want to know that when Corey's talking about, I begged to be on the show. What happened was I said, "Hey, I've been still thinking about that topic. Is it possible that I could get on the show and talk about it?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Corey, you busted.
Just
-7 cool points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading the text right now.
Oh, he's reading it.
All right, Matt. What were you about to?
So,
What were you about to summarize?
I'm going to piss some people off because
Oh,
I did not like
Shocker.
that too.
What?
Mass
okay.
Effect.
That's your opinion.
Now, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying
I am.
no.
No. Actually,
I did not like it. I just for some reason, one hit me in a special way, and I wanted more of that. And when I didn't get it, I mean, it was what 2011 when that came out, so like I was still relatively young, or in terms of like thinking about games, and I was a little petulant about it. Ultimately, I played through it, had my experience. I'm like, this isn't bad. It's just not for. I don't care for it. That's fine. And then I watched a playthrough of 3, so I never touched 3 with a controller myself.
you know, I understand where you're coming from in that because
But like 1, I think is probably one of the best games I've ever played.
Mass Effect 1 is a good game. Like I'm not going to diss the game, but Mass Effect 1 was still in the time where I was on a self-imposed exile from RPGs because like I had just gotten so RPG'd out from playing just tons and tons of JRPGs. JRPGs got stale and it gave me a very bad outlook on like Western RPGs. Like like I didn't play The Witcher 2 I didn't play KOTOR, you know, stuff like that. You know, I did play Jade Empire, but Jade Empire wasn't so much an RPG as more. It was more of an action RPG. So like, Jade Empire, in my opinion, didn't really count for most part. But so yeah,
Like,
so
people say Zelda's an RPG, but it's not. It's an action game.
yeah, I agree with that too. So yeah, when Mass Effect came out, like I still wasn't like ready to get back into RPGs, and so like it wasn't until like that Mass Effect like, you know, trilogy bundle came out that I was like, you know what, let me finally sink in there. I'm tired of people telling me it's like Captain Kirk and Jack Bauer slammed into a sci-fi game and all this stuff, and I just had to see what was up with it, and I was pleasantly impressed. I was, you know, I was entertained, I was surprised, and all that stuff, and I literally played 1, 2, and 3 back to back. As soon as I finished 1, like I popped this Mass Effect 2 in, went to work. Mass Effect 3 went in. I was like, oh wait, there's some DLC out there to get you 2 additional characters. So I actually went and spent the money on those.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody's got to have Javik in Mass Effect 3. I'm sorry, just to hear him talk.
Been included in the game, like
yeah, he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be. I think they said they didn't have that portion of the game ready. So, and that's why it was only like $5 DLC when it did come out. Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be part of the game.
Was a pre-order bonus.
He was a
pre-order Mass Effect.
Wait, was he a pre-order bonus? Wait, then what was he?
Got the entire,
then the other one.
That's why people were pissed off, because it was day one DLC and his whole entire mission was.
Oh, then that's why it came out at $5 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got it day
so
one.
I had
and the Call to the Leviathan mission was, I think that's what it was called. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, the Leviathan mission. Yeah, but
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, there's so many unanswered questions, and I'm hoping Mass Effect 5, you know, fills a lot of those gaps.
I just miss my kids. You know? And like I said, I tried to play Mass Effect 1. I got in that Mako and was like, this feels bad.
And unfortunately, they didn't fix it like they said they would in the Mass Effect remastered trilogy. Yeah.
I just made the little comic that you can do.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna go straight to 2. I tried to do my gaming thing.
Mass Effect 2 is a favorite of mine, but ultimately the one I liked the most was Mass Effect 3. I'm going to be honest with you.
Mass Effect 3 felt the best.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3, in my opinion, as far as storytelling goes, felt like a masterpiece, with the exception of the ending, of course, which I didn't really have a problem with the ending. Of course, by the time I played Mass Effect Trilogy, it was the new ending, you know, the ending that was supposed to fix things, you know, and stuff like that. And I did go back and watch YouTube videos and stuff where it was where the original ending was, and I was like, y'all got pissed off because of that? Like, I don't understand. Like,
I know. People are whiny babies.
So, as somebody who was not impressed, like I wasn't impressed with the ending, I think what the problem was is that overhype that we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Of like it was supposed to be like, this is going to be the culmination of all these choices that you've made, everything, like the years of investment that you had, you're going to do it. And then and that's something that you don't get if you play all the games at once necessarily.
Yeah.
So when that came out and it gets down to it's not that your choices like necessarily went through. It was that like it went to red, blue, green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was less that the ending was an issue and more how they framed it. And it comes down to, this is just the same choices we've been making and nothing I did had anything to do with it. Go, LeRon.
I remember telling people back when the original Mass Effect came out, and the way everyone told me how like the situations and the decisions that you make affect not just the subsequent sequels, but it also like culminates to the ending. I was like, man, that scope is wild. Good luck trying to get that. I really said that the very first day Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect game came out, which, by the way, thank you, Corey. Thank you for the early birthday present.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love you, dude.
You're welcome.
Like, you did not have to give me your limited collector's edition.
It's not mine. I told you I found it.
Okay.
I have mine. I won't just give you mine. I like Mass Effect.
See, now you sullied it, dude. Now I know.
You could have just let him think
now
that.
I know. Now I know you don't love me.
I mean, that's only the third time I told you that.
All right, I'm all out of words now.
Are you? I'm not sure you
Yes.
are. All right. We're gonna wrap it there. Matt, Yarri, thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks for tagging in, as they say.
Happy to.
Kids say that still? I don't know. Anyways. LeRon, thank you for your time as always.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you everybody out there for watching and or listening to this episode of the Boss Rush Podcast. If you want to support us over on Patreon, you can. For as little as $1, you can get this show 1 week early. And you can be a Patreon producer at $5. But as always, your listenership is enough for us. So you can subscribe on YouTube, leave us a rating or nice review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever else you listen. And check out bossrush.net for all of our content. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushnetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Kiel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.